guys. So I just walk into my apartment, right? And I see this letter on the table and it says, "We are done. Don't text me ever again." And I guess now my so-called ex-girlfriend completely destroys my whole room, knocks my canvases off the wall, broke my gaming chair, smashed every single one of my monitors, broke my brand new PlayStation 5. This can't be true.
When I see stay-at-home wife, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Wonder what that's like. And then I see stay-at-home girlfriend and I'm like, oh.
There is no hate and jealousy quite like female empowerment, I'll tell you.
Oh, you're a stay-at-home girlfriend? Yeah, he's trying to control you.
Oh, you work your life away? He's not taking care of you right.
Oh, you cook for him? Are you stupid? He could cook for himself.
Oh, you don't cook for him? Oh my God, you're such a lazy.
Y'all hate each other more than any man.
Y'all love each other until one starts doing better. Or you'll lie to each other long enough to when you get that one big blowout, you finally say it, "You're fat and ugly," and then the relationship's over.
I swear, the average best friendship of a lady's 2 years. A dude's like 10 years and I barely like the guy.
Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
It was just an
pretty
ordeal.
Unpleasant. Yeah.
She says the pressure of Ned having to prove himself was grueling. Nora was surprised that many women had no interest in a soft, vulnerable man.
My prejudice was that the ideal man is a woman in a man's body. And I learned, no, that's really not.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea.
That it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before, Ned?
I did, but I like it more now because I think it's more of a privilege.
I said to her, this is going to be revolutionary because it's been looked at as though men were the perpetrators and women were the victims.
Ultimately, Ned told most of his dates that he was Nora. Barbara seemed more open and friendly, and in the end actually apologized for how she had treated Ned.
Sorry for being...
Please!
But after 18 months of deception, she was unraveling. Her checked into a hospital with severe depression. Her views about men have changed forever.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they...
Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. They always say men are overreacting, exaggerating, or making mountains out of molehills until they actually live it. Or worse, watch their sons go through the exact same chaos, and that's when reality hits hard. You see, a lot of men already figured this out years ago, that their mental and emotional peace is worth far more than any dating drama. Think about it. Endless texts that go unanswered, mixed signals, and unrealistic expectations. It's a grind that chips away at your confidence. And for what? A fleeting validation or a temporary thrill? Nah. Some men have wised up. They'd rather walk away, focus on themselves, level up financially, physically, emotionally, and avoid the emotional roller coaster that comes with modern dating. It's not bitterness, it's self-preservation. In a world where entitlement is running rampant and the rules of dating seem to change overnight, protecting your energy isn't just smart, it's survival. And let's be real, the number of men who are quietly saying I'm good alone is growing by the day. They've seen the patterns, learned the hard truths, and made a choice that most people still misunderstand. This isn't about giving up. It's about choosing sanity over chaos. And that's a move that more men need to recognize before society tells them they're cold, uncaring, or missing out.
Just buy a house.
If you saved $1 a day for a year, do you know how much money you'd have? Roughly $30,000. If you go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, what am I going to eat for dinner? Like, that's the wrong mindset. You should be thinking, how can I buy this restaurant?
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Do you know what country the Great Wall of China is in?
Country?
Yeah. If you had to guess.
Japanese.
If NASA says it's too hot to go to the sun, then why don't we go at night when the sun turns off?
Attractive quality about a man is his ability to be soft.
What? You're gonna get cheated on.
You're gonna lose half your stuff, lose custody over your children, and then end up paying for the dinners with her new boyfriend that she cheated on you with, who doesn't happen to be a softie, like you. Don't listen to this feminist propaganda.
Weird that there's no like national holiday celebrating like single women in their mid-30s who have yet to find a husband or have any children. We should be celebrated for being able to continue on with all the bull we've been through. But that's just my opinion.
So here's the thing. Single childless women, especially those in their 30s, they've kind of turned into punching bags online. You know, they're often the butt of the jokes. They get sent empty egg cartons. It's kind of times, and I don't necessarily want to contribute to that, but at the same time, you also have ladies like this one who are you asking to be taken down a notch when you post videos like this? Because that's what it seems like, the level of entitlement to think that you deserve a national holiday for essentially completing nothing, achieving nothing. I mean, what, you need another excuse to day drink? You clearly do so already.
She actually believes that a national holiday will somehow compensate for the lack of attention she's getting from men. Seriously, it's like thinking a calendar date can fix years of ignoring reality. Here's the kicker. Accountability never crosses her mind. Instead of asking herself, why are men stepping back? Could it be my behavior, my expectations, or the energy I bring? She scrolls straight to social media. And what does she do there? She complains. It's entitlement wrapped in victimhood. She wants applause for showing up without ever doing the work to understand why real connections aren't happening. This isn't just one person being dramatic. It's a trend across platforms. You see it over and over. People chasing attention, chasing validation, while refusing to look inward. And men, they notice, they step back, they protect their time and peace. Because when someone's focused on being celebrated instead of improving themselves, there's nothing to build a meaningful connection on. This is the modern paradox, demanding attention without accountability, expecting love without reflection, and wondering why it never lands.
And babe, can you get extra water for the trip?
Yeah, I got you.
Why is my music not playing?
All right, we got water, we're gassed up. Let's do this.
You can just take me home. I'm not going on this trip.
What happened now?
4 years of my life wasted. You were just a waste of time. You're literally worthless. I told you I've been lied to and you acted like you understood. You got caught. That's why you're quiet, because you got caught. Who is Morgan? You got a girl's name in your Bluetooth, so obviously Morgan was in this car. Go ahead, talk. I'm really curious how you're gonna explain this one.
This is a rental car. So I'm assuming Morgan is the last person who drove it.
Oh my God, it's almost 5 o'clock. We should probably get going because we're probably...
The most telling part of that skit, she didn't apologize. Not even a hint of, okay, maybe I was wrong. And that right there, that's the realism. See, this isn't just a skit. It's a mirror reflecting a bigger truth. So many people today refuse to admit when they're in the wrong, especially in matters of relationships or dating. Accountability, rarely practiced. Ego, always inflated. Think about it. Recognizing a mistake takes humility, self-awareness, and emotional maturity, qualities that seem increasingly scarce. Instead, she doubles down, brushes it off, and moves on like nothing happened. Meanwhile, men, or anyone observing, are left shaking their heads, realizing that some lessons aren't learned through discussion or confrontation. They're learned through repeated patterns. And here's the hard truth. If you can't acknowledge your own mistakes, how can you ever grow? How can you build trust, respect, or a meaningful connection? The skit nailed it because it didn't exaggerate. It showed the exact way accountability gets skipped in real life. That silence, that refusal to apologize, it says more than words ever could.
Yes, doctors discovered a food that if you eat it, it causes all this kind of pain and suffering for years.
Really? What's it called?
A wedding cake.
Really?
House is burning, you can only take 2.
Take 2 what?
The options are your girl or your husband, your wife or your husband, your bae, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Second, your mother-in-law. Third, your kid.
Ooh, my kid first. Fuck.
Fourth, $20 million.
Ooh, my kid and $20 million.
5 is your dog.
Bro, that's fucked up.
You can only take 2 options.
I'll take my dog and my kid.
Dog and your kid. Yeah. That's your answer. Dog and your kid.
I'll get my dog to buy the $20 million.
Nah, stop. She's
dog and your kid. So you're gonna just leave your girl and the $20 million.
Yes.
And the mother-in-law.
Now my dog. I can't see my dog die. That's crazy.
My husband and I went to bed at the same time last night. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and he wasn't laying next to me. And I sat up in bed and looked over to see if he was in the bathroom, and the light wasn't on, so he wasn't in there. So I got up, put on my robe, and I walked down the stairs to the kitchen. And he was in the kitchen, sitting at the table, drinking a cup of coffee. And he looked really upset. And I said, honey, what's wrong? What happened? Are you sick? And he looked up at me and he goes, it's the 20th anniversary of the day we met. And I looked at the calendar on the fridge, and he was right. We had met 20 years ago. I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you remembered that. And he said, do you remember that time when your dad caught us in the back seat of my truck? I said, yeah, I actually do remember that. He said, you remember when he threatened me with and said, you either marry my daughter or I'm gonna make sure you go to prison for the next 20 years? And I said, yeah, I actually remember that too. My husband said, I would have gotten out today.
And you're listening to a man and he pauses, count to 30, and he'll likely keep going. If you interrupt him, you'll never hear what he truly has to say. I started practicing it and I would just shut the sometimes and it would be like, whoa, the things that like men would share with me. And I was like, have I been missing out on listening, like really hearing men? As women, like we have this joy of just chatting and it's like, oh, it's so fulfilling and it's so fun and there's like the good kind of drama in it. But a man often will want to tell you the truth. And so he takes his time so that he tells you what is very real to him.
Truly revolutionary, right? Who would have thought that? Giving someone a few minutes to actually talk could lead to them finishing a complete thought. Mind-blowing. But let's be honest, this isn't just about manners. It's a commentary on a larger problem we see every day. Communication has become a rare skill. People jump in, interrupt, or assume they already know what the other person is thinking. Listening, real listening. That's apparently a revolutionary act now. And here's the kicker. When you actually let someone speak, when you give them space to express themselves, everything changes. Misunderstandings clear up. People reveal truths they wouldn't otherwise. But so many refuse to do it because it requires patience, humility, and the ability to step back from your own ego. So yeah, it's sarcastic to say it's revolutionary, but it's true. In a world full of noise, distractions, and entitlement, the simplest acts of respect, like letting someone finish their thought, become the most radical moves.
Scientists in the United States revealed that beer contains small traces of female hormones. To prove their theory, they fed 100 men 12 pints of beer and observed that 100% of them started talking nonsense and couldn't drive.
Is so full of women and very few men.
Amen.
While you could go in church with 500 people and it'd be maybe 5 marriages, and those are the leadership. So what they do is they cater to single women and make them feel comfortable about their singleness. Y'all heard what I said. That's why I remember I told you I stopped speaking words into y'all. I stopped doing that. Why y'all think I stopped doing that? Because people get off on affirmation. They want tell me what God gonna tell me who I am. Tell me all this, and they fall in love with that. And that's why every message has to be your season, your harvest, your breakthrough. What God's gonna do for you, you know who you are. You know, you going to the name, all that stuff. They got to do it because women will continue to give as long as they're affirming. But the biggest churches are the ones that affirm the best. that every service he got to give her a shout, give her a good feeling, and she gonna pay. It's designed to not have marriages, because the goal is to emotionalize the females, because the females lead the house now and they pay. And that's why when you really start building up men